in the Central Coast market this is my property clock that came out in October. Now, take this with a grain of salt because I'm telling you right now, the Central Coast would be at the 6 o'clock mark right now by the time this video airs. And it is at that for sure because I know that because there's suburbs that are already have broken the trend line. The median part has basically just broken the trend line, and the actual, should I say, parts that are waiting to catch up are about to break the trend line. So the general market is at the 6 today. So don't be confused by this. This is my old property clock. It is at the 6 o'clock mark today. But the reason I want to show you this is because I want to show you back then in early October where it was all at the time. So put Central Coast at the 6 o'clock mark. That's where the Central Coast market is at today. Now, what's driving the market in the Central Coast? Now, first things first, number one is definitely affordability. The Central Coast itself is affordable for practically a lot of people that already live there, and it's affordable for a lot of people moving there. A lot of Sydney-siders move there. So you can see here, this is just Avoca in the background. There's tons of people from Sydney that buy an Avoca to give you an idea. They can all afford it. No surprises. Lifestyle. Lifestyle's a massive thing here. The Central Coast really is a very much so good lifestyle area. It's commutable to the beach within about 20 minutes, pretty much from wherever you live in the Central Coast. People love the ocean. There's some great, bike tracks, national parks around there too for people that even don't like the beach, but like just sort of the trees as well. So that's another thing you've got, I'd say, going on there in the Central Coast as well. Lifestyle's a massive thing. You've got the lakes even as well there too, even in the upper parts of the Central Coast. So it's really a good lifestyle for everyone in the region. Increasing demographics / employment. The reason I say demographics and employment is because the Central Coast itself does have quite a substantial growing job market in certain areas. So I'll give you a few good examples. So one is around the Gosford sort of CBD area. That's one area that has very good job growth. And the other is between Tuggerah and Lake Haven, particularly around those areas. There's a lot of job growth in that area. And you could argue even Terrigal, Erina, and probably the entrance sort of area for sort of lifestyle and other sort of just general things is doing quite well as well. So there's a lot of employment going on there. And because of that, the demographics are increasing. And to add to this, facilities and infrastructure as well is improving substantially in these areas as well. So you've obviously got the transport orientated plan that's increasing that. You've got government initiatives of both council, state government and federal government level that are increasing these things here. The 5% deposit schemes in terms of affordability is only making that even more prevalent, should I say. But these areas, demographics, employment, facilities, infrastructure, there's certain parts of the Central Coast that actually have this very well done. So those areas specifically are doing very well because of what's going on in the wider market, and because at the end of the day, people live in areas that they need to live. If there's employment, infrastructure and facilities there and a good lifestyle and affordability, there's no reason for people not to live there, especially if there's employment there, because people need to live where they can afford, and not only where they can afford, but also where they can actually get a job to live as well. And that's a thing a lot of people forget, but that's really what's going on in the Central Coast market, and that's what's driving the Central Coast property market at the moment.